Hey, Tim Sykes here. I am gonna try and do a trade here on OPTT. You're gonna see it live. Uh, this is my bid for 500 shares here at 788. That's where it's been trading recently. I'll explain why I'm trading it in a sec, but first let me see if I can get executed a little bit. This is an interesting timing on this trade because the overall market is down. My annual conference actually starts tomorrow. So I'm filming this on a Friday. So I guess I'll post this over the weekend. I don't know how this is going to work. With these live trades, I'm trying to show them live and not necessarily alert because I think that this is a good learning experience for you guys. But here's OPTT. It's a recent supernova. It's kind of at support here in the mid sevens and low eights. And oh, I got 100 shares. Woo! Big money now. I think it's going to spike because this news literally just came out. This is on fedbizops.gov, and they just won a Navy contract on September 9th. So this is literally like the filing, the government filing. So I don't know when the news and the PR is actually going to come out. So it's kind of a guess that, okay, you win the Navy contract, you're going to have a PR soon. I don't know if it comes later today or Monday. Maybe it'll be delayed until Tuesday, and I might be wrong here. But if it does come out, this has been known to spike. So I think it's a good risk-reward kind of play. I'm not getting filled here. I got 100 shares. And I'm also trying to short SPU, but there's no shares to short because SPU is a recent supernova, and the CEO actually just resigned. So this is me at 792. I don't really want to pay up because again, the markets are going down 2%. Chances are the market is gonna be down more next week. This is a big miss on the S&P 500 here. But again, with OPTT, even in a bad market, this thing can spike. And I'm just not getting filled. I think a few other people are having the same idea that I'm having. Let me buy some at 795. I'm still going to try and buy some lower, but I want to take a little bit of a position here. So I got filled on some. That's cool. What do I have? I have 1,600 shares at like 793 average. I want to get more. Anyways, this is a cool kind of play where you can learn from it because, the press release is what most people spot, and that's what most stocks spike on. So it's a question of when will this Navy contract be announced, and some of us, we already have access to this, federal government filing. So this is exactly why it was spiking here. So I didn't want to chase it again because this is a bad market and there's no press release yet. So you can't get too excited. But the stock was at like 786 before this Navy thing was even announced. Most people don't even know about it. I think this spike was just some people who saw the filing and then they were disappointed. So it's come all the way back down here. I'm not even getting filled. I don't know. I might pay up a little bit more. But I don't know if there's really such a rush. We've got 2 hours left with the market. Let me just buy some more right now. So now I have 3,100 shares. That's plenty. I don't need to go too huge, but I have this rather large trading account here. And I think I'm going to do like these kind of stealth trades in my big account so that you can see kind of what it's like to trade with a big account too. But it doesn't matter if you buy, 5,000 shares or 500 shares or even 100 shares. The question is, will this spike when the press release comes out? And that's a waiting game. So I guess I'll do a second part of this video. But I wanted you to see why I bought, and so you can be prepared. so you can kind of learn and see what's going on here, because I think this has a good chance at spiking again. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I lose, 10, 15 cents a share. This is interesting because it's going to be during my live uh, conference next week. I do live trading on Monday, so I don't plan these things. Okay, I didn't plan on doing a trade, but when there's an opportunity that pops up, um, I'm going to take it. This could be over also before the market close. I don't know if they're going to come out with a press release now. It's a waiting game, so I might be selling this during my live um, trading. Oh, I don't know. Did I get any more? No. I really don't even need any more. I'm going to cancel this order at 788. I'll keep my thing at 790. Might as well try and add an extra 400 shares or 500 shares if I can. But this should just be interesting. So we'll wait and see. But this is the kind of edge that you can have in stocks. If this was Forex, there's no edge. Everything's announced so quickly. You have all these billionaires competing against you, and you have just so much leverage. And it's tough. 5 out of 6 Forex traders blow up in their first 6 months. This is a lot less competitive because, frankly, there's not as much money. If I'm right, let's say I make 50 cents a share, I might make 1,500 on this trade, which is cool, and I risk losing like 200 or 300. But it's not the huge money that all the smartest people in the world really want to make. And I bring that up because you should know, you should have the proper expectations. You can't make more than a few $1,000,000, maybe 10, maybe 20 million max in penny stocks. You can make 20 million in 1 hour, in 1 minute sometimes if you bet big enough in Forex. So it's a totally different game. But the good news is, 1,500 here, 1,000 there. Maybe this trade doesn't work out and I make like 200, or maybe I lose 100, but it adds up over time as long as you take good setups with kind of good risk reward. And again, I could be totally wrong here. It's kind of weird that the stock isn't even going green on the day. It's probably because the whole markets are down 2% and we're overdue for a crash. So it's not a perfect setup. But I do believe that it can spike, and you need to focus on volatile stocks. Former supernovas, I've just had some nice wins recently on ISNS here, buying it in at 4 on a Friday and selling it the next morning, the next trading day, that Monday, even though I missed the market open by like an hour and a half, and it was in the 6s pre-market and near the market open. I didn't get into my account. I was actually trading from Singapore until the stock was all the way down to 5. But I still made 25% over the weekend. So with OPTT, now I'm up a few cents a share. There's just not that many sellers. And I think a few other people are starting to see this Navy deal. And we'll see if they have a press release. And we'll see if more traders like it. But I would love to sell this into a spike, whether it's later today or on Monday. I don't think I'll give this till Tuesday. I don't know. Sometimes they take like 2-3 days to issue press releases. So maybe I will give it time. I got to wait and see. I got to see what the overall market is doing. I got to see how this stock reacts. I have to see, how many people actually know about this news, if it spreads, and if the people know that, are they buying the stock? How does the stock react? So there's a whole bunch of moving parts. And this is what the point of my Trader Checklist DVD is, where, trading is not just about, oh, is this a good company? Is this a bad company? Is the news good? Is the news bad? It's all interconnected. There's a whole bunch of different, indicators. There's not that many. It's not like a billion or a million or even 1,000 different indicators. But my Trader Checklist DVD, pretty much gets this down to 7 key indicators. And I think my risk reward is good. I think the catalyst is good. This is a recent supernova. And, I'm taking a position, understanding that I could be wrong. I don't feel like I have to trade this. I'm already up. I guess I could take profits of like 300 right now, but that's not my goal. If I had a loss of maybe 300, then I might cut the losses and take it just in case. But with this one, I think it'll be interesting to see if and when they actually announce the news. And if it maybe even spikes ahead of them announcing it, of other people, anticipating the news in the press release coming out. Like I literally could sell right now and profit, $300, but I don't want to. I really don't. I think this will be interesting to see. And I think it's just fun that it's during my live trading on Monday. Although they could still issue a PR later today, but I think it would be tough on a Friday afternoon. We'll see. I don't plan these things, but when a trade pops up, I try and take it because that's what a prepared trader does. Thank you. And I'll see a lot of you guys in Orlando this weekend. I'm excited to meet you.